So on Rikishi's podcast, he's yet again, just like it was a few months prior with Jey motherfucking Uso. He's yapping at the mouth. He's back at it again, running his mouth like he only got one son. Damn. I mean, listen, this is a short upload. We here to spin the block back around again. What's up, y'all? It's good to hear from everybody. This is the Mind Over Matter production, obviously, but I don't know what this is when it comes to Rikishi. I don't know what this is. I don't know what the problem is, or the scenario is here with Rikishi not acknowledging his other sons. That scenario, this whole scene is kind of just odd to me, you know? Let me tell you what I'm talking about. On Rikishi's podcast, right? When Jey Uso lost the IC title, I'm just here to raise the questions. This will be a short upload. I'm just here to raise a quick question to all of you. When Jey Uso lost the IC title, and you know he only had a 28-day reign at that point, and Rikishi went on the podcast the next day, and he totally crashed out, as if the Usos and the entire Samoan dynasty have never been pushed a day in their fucking lives, even though literally they've been shoved down our throats since 2012, ever since the Shield Roman Reigns came on the scene. Let's be honest. But yet Rikishi got memory lapse, y'all. Memory lapse. Don't worry. Samoan dynasties never had great booking. Roman Reigns never held the title for over 1,000 days. The Usos never held the tag team straps for, over 7 times, bro. They never was in that Hell in a Cell match with the New Day, pretty much putting the tag team championships on the map. Never. That never happened. Nope. Just, we're just gonna zap it away, zap that memory away like Will Smith and fucking Man in Black again, bro. God damn, Rikishi. This dude is insane. He is crashing the fuck out. But here's the question that I'm really posing, man. And a lot of you are going to say what you always like to say. Oh, you're doing too much. No, if this is reaching, then please let me know. But at the same time, I don't care if it's reaching. I just want to know. I'm just genuinely curious. Does Rikishi favor Jey Uso over Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso? Like, bro, you have 2 other sons. You do know this, right? Listen, now Jay's held the world title. He just lost it back to Gunther. Which, in my opinion, was the right decision, knowing that even though Gunther is not necessarily the person I would have chosen to be able to take the belt off of Jay, I necessarily would have built Jay up, had him have a little bit better booking. I would have built him up and had him have a different opponent outside of Gunther. Not gonna lie, a little bit of time to Gunther in the main event picture with the world strap. He wasn't really doing anything in his first run, but you gotta go with the better of 2 evils here, man. And that's what 3H's in WWE decided to do. In their opinion, it was the right call, and I don't disagree overall. Just because Gunther wouldn't be my choice doesn't mean that I don't disagree with them having to take the strap off of Jay. The whole yeet movement was dead. Let's keep it a buck, man. I mean, I was having fun. I was right here in my hometown. I told y'all, right here in my hometown in Chicago. I actually showed up to, a live event, not a live event, but a televised event, Raw. I was at the Raw Before Mania last year, bro, right before WrestleMania 40. I was in that entrance with Jey Uso. I was a part of that entrance, bro. That interest is fucking lit, but let's be 100. The booking, the advertising, and it just hasn't been all there. Like the promo skills of Jey Uso has been dead for quite a while. You know what I mean? He hasn't really brought out his best promo skills since main event Jey Uso, but he's been doing good with what they've given him. But that's where it ends. As far as the authenticity behind what he's doing and the words he's portraying when he has his promos, dude, none of it feels genuine. That's the problem. That's the reason why people are making 1,000 videos on Jey Uso's failure as the world champ. So yes, I believe that was the right decision, but not to hold y'all too long. Going back to the point, my question is, Jey Uso lose the world title now that he's lost the world title and held this for 58 days, Rikishi is back at it again, just like we all kind of expected, right? I mean, damn, this man is mad. He's mad. When I say he's mad, he is mad. I mean, to the point where he's talking about having Jey possibly go to All Elite's New Fest Pro Wrestling, man, at one point. You know what I mean? Who remembers that? I was like, what the fuck, Rikishi? And now here we are again with him having an entire crash shot about him not, being acknowledged and being booked right or anything like that, which I don't. Listen, man. It's not that I disagree with Rikishi about Jey's booking. He's right in some way, shape, or form. But overall, he's doing the most right now because he's not acknowledging that these motherfuckers have been at the top of the card for years. The Usos, man, Jimmy and Jey, Roman Reigns, the entire fucking Samoan dynasty, man. They got like Rikishi and I'm pretty sure, Rocky Johnson, man. They had like 1 million fucking kids, bro. Seriously, they had like 1,001 kids. Pretty much Roman Reigns was trying to hold the belt for as many kids as the Samoan dynasty has. He held the belt for over 1,000 days, and I guess Roman Reigns was just trying to pay homage to the Samoan dynasty by having just as many fucking days as the world champion as they have children. These are facts. I'm just talking out of my ass at this point, just to fuck around with y'all. But y'all get what I mean. They have 1 million kids, man. All have been seen, all have been at the forefront of the company for the past 10 years, especially. What are you talking about, son? Jey Uso has been on top. He was in the main event of WrestleMania 39 with his brother. What are you talking about, Rikishi? He hasn't been booked right, man. I hope he's still referring to this Yeet movement, because I would agree with him with that. When he's talking about Jey has never been booked right, or Uso, have never been booked right, but he doesn't go this hard for Jimmy Uso. Last time I checked, son, Jimmy Uso was stuck in the middle of absolutely nothing on SmackDown. Ever since SmackDown went to 3 hours and he's been on his own, dude, he hasn't had any character. His attire's trash. I don't know if he's playing fucking basketball or if he's getting ready to wrestle. I don't know. I don't know, but nothing about Jimmy Uso screams we should pay him any attention or screams we should give him any good booking, even though he should, because his in-ring skills, I take that back, actually. Jimmy has been in his bag with his in-ring skills, but yet not enough to be acknowledged by the company. Why the fuck is Rikishi not crashing out over this? This is something to genuinely be upset about. My son's been stuck in the middle with nothing. Y'all know he's been improving his in-ring game, probably better than Jey over the last few months especially, but yet y'all don't want to. I will go hard for all of my kids. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck. Dude, this dude, he must have something special for Jey Uso when he was young and coming up. I will go hard for all of my kids if I was in his position, dude. Not just one. You can't just single out one of your fucking kids, man. And we may be on the outside looking in, all of us just making content about this shit. We just may be on the outside looking in. That's another thing you gotta take into account. Because we're so hasty with our opinions, right? That's why I kind of wanted to just sit back, listen for a minute, see what everybody else had to say, and then just get in my comments after. Because I don't know. I didn't want to just tackle it like that. We are on the outside looking in, y'all. That's the one thing we gotta remember. They could have a much better relationship outside of this. Who knows? But Rikishi damn sure doesn't give across that message. Solo Sikoa was gone for months. He's been kind of in nothing for months too. Up until recently, with his tension that he's been building with Jacob Fatu, my boy Fatu. But other than that, man, yeah, it's like beforehand. Yeah, Solo was in the whole situation of Tribal Chief, but he went away for like a month. When he came back, he was kind of iced for about a month. He wasn't really doing that much. They literally just started picking up with the momentum with Solo. He just started getting in his bag with his phenomenal character, hilarious character, by the way. Where is the crash out for Solo Sikoa? I'm sorry, Rikishi. I could have fucking sworn this is your youngest son. That's like me going out there having 1 million kids and only acknowledging the one that's won the most world titles. But wait, what about my other kids? I'm pretty sure that they won other titles too. But no, Prince, no, it wasn't a world title. It wasn't it wasn't a main title or anything like that. So they those kids don't matter. What? All your kids should matter, Rikishi. What the actual fuck, man? We gonna get up out of here, though. Y'all gonna let me know what y'all think, and I'm gonna have everybody sound off down below. So me, personally, I think that this is kind of overboard for Rikishi. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's one of the GOATs, but at the same time, his opinions, wrestling, man, it's just not that base these days. Because at least Jey can now call himself a former world heavyweight champion. I mean, if nothing else, right? I mean, hey, look, that's something to hang your hat on. But I mean, Rikishi wouldn't even want to acknowledge that. I mean, damn, how much does my boy got to do? I mean, shit, do we got to go find fucking Bigfoot for you now, man? Do we got to climb the Eiffel Tower now? Shit, do we got to go climb Mount Everest? What does he have to do? I don't know. Try to let me know, though. Big deuces. Peace.